And Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived, and bare Cain, and said, I've gotten a man from the Lord. And she again bare his brother Abel. And Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground.
It is often said that there is nothing new under the sun. In some respects, this is true. Our program follows rather closely the experiences of Cain and Abel more than 6,000 years ago, and shows that today, jealousy in the heart is just as damaging as it was then. But let's get on with the program.
I wonder what's so important that Dad had to see us.
Beats me. Something's up. Hi, Mom.
Casey.
What's up? Dad all right?
Yes, of course. He's just about to take a trip, that's all. You know how he is. He became worried about certain things. Should anything happen to him. Oh, sit down. He'll be right down and he'll explain everything to you. Would you like something to eat or drink? I've got a dandy new way to make cocoa.
Okay by me, Mom.
Me too, Mom.
All right.
Oh, the boys here, Mother?
Yes, dear.
Well, fellas, I'm glad you could get here. Good to see you.
Hi, Dad.
Sit down, Ken. Sit down. Boys, I think you should know that I've made a will. Now, I've divided the land up into two parts. The west side of the river is for farming. The east side of the river for sheep raising. And I've decided to give the farmland to you, Casey. And the sheep land to you, Arnold. As of now, you're in charge. You can make all the decisions yourselves. But remember, this land is a gift to you as it originally was a gift to me. Your mother and I have often told you what it was like in those days. Well, it was our paradise. You can't imagine now just what it was like unless maybe you can make your own dream of paradise out of it. Oh, those were wonderful days for your mother and me. It was perfect. There was no thought of illness or death or disease.
What went wrong, Dad? You and Mom often talk about those days, but you never really told us what happened.
The road is treacherous. We don't think much about it, but evil and temptation wait for everyone. When you make mistakes, when you sin, well, those sins are passed on down to your children. You, Casey, and you, Arnold, are paying for the sins of your mother and me.
How do you mean, Dad?
If your mother and I hadn't made those mistakes, you wouldn't have this rocky, weeded land that you've got now.
The cocoa is cooling.
Sit down.
Thank you.
I was just telling the boys how wonderful it was for us in the old days.
Yes. Must have been your Eden.
Yes. It was. When you were born, it was my dream that you, Casey, were given me by God. And that a promise would be fulfilled.
What promise?
Never mind about that now. The time will come when both of you will understand. Look, I'll bring the books down and you boys can begin to make your plans. Right? I'll be right back.
I guess that's about it, Casey. I think we have a pretty clear understanding of what there is, don't you?
Everything's fine for me.
Then let's call it a day.
Okay, there's one thing. It's a small thing. Maybe I shouldn't even bring it up.
No, go ahead. After all, now is the time to iron everything out, right?
Right. Well, I was thinking maybe where the river turns, we should have a wall.
A wall?
Yeah, a wall.
For what?
Well, as a dividing line so that we can know what property belongs to who.
Come on, Casey, you're joking. What difference would that make between us?
Well, it doesn't make any difference between us, but what happens if your sheep walk all over my land?
Yeah, I never thought about that. Well, it's just that the idea of a wall, well, it seems so dividing. Well, I guess it's a good idea as long as there is never a wall between you and me.
Well, there never will be as long as we have a clear understanding of each other.
You know, it was funny about Mom. Still hoping that her paradise past would come again on Earth. It was so strange to hear her talking like that.
How do you mean?
I don't know. It was as if she were caught up in some religious destiny.
Maybe she is. Maybe we all are. You ready to go?
Ready to go.